it's Teacher Ima. You're welcome to today's video. Today, I'm going to talk about introduction of fraction. What is a fraction? What are the types of fractions that we have? Let's get going. A fraction can be defined as a part of a whole. What do I mean by a part of a whole? Let's look at this example. Let's look at an example, okay? We have 10 students in a particular class, and 3 of the 10 students are girls. So you see the girls are what? 3, and the class is what? 10. So what does it tell you? The 3 is the part of the 10. Are you getting it? 10 students, 3 girls. So how do you present this information as a fraction? Well, it will be what? 3 over 10. You get it? So the 3 is the part of the 10. You get it, right? Another example. I have 8 apples. 4 of the apples are red. How do I represent this as a fraction? It will be what? 4 over 8. The 4 is part of the 8. You getting it, right? So the 4 is part of the 8. Let's look at the parts of a fraction. We have 2 main parts of a fraction. The number at the top is known as the numerator, and the number below is known as the denominator. So if I have 3 over 6, the 3 is the numerator, and then the 6 is the denominator. If I have 7 over 12, the 7 is the numerator, and the 12 is the denominator. I hope you get it, right? Great. Now let's look at the types of fraction. We have different types of fraction. We have proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. What is a proper fraction? Well, a proper fraction is a fraction that the numerator is less than the denominator. Let's look at an example. If I have 3 over 5, you realize that the 3 here is less than the 5 here. In other words, the 3 is a smaller number than the 5. This makes 3 over 5 a proper fraction. So another example is 8 over 12. You realize that the 8 is less than the 12. You get it? Well, you realize that the 8 is a smaller number than the 12. This makes 8 over 12 a proper fraction. So with proper fractions, the numerator is always less than the denominator. That is a proper fraction. Now let's look at improper fraction. What is an improper fraction? An improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator. An example is 8 over 6. When you look at 8 over 6, you realize that the 8 over here is greater than the 6. In other words, the 8 is a bigger number than the 6. This makes 8 over 6 an improper fraction. This makes 8 over 6 an improper fraction. Let's look at another example. If I have 12 over 3, the 12 is a bigger number, and it is far bigger than the 3. This makes 12 over 3 an improper fraction. Why? Because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. The numerator is far greater than the denominator. So any fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator, it is an improper fraction. Any fraction where the numerator is less than the denominator, it is a proper fraction. Now let's look at the last type of a fraction. We are going to look at what we call the mixed fraction. What is a mixed fraction? A mixed fraction is a fraction where you have a whole number and an associate fraction. An example is 2 whole number 1 over 3. So 2 whole number 1 over 3 is a mixed fraction. So with mixed fraction, it has a whole number, it has a numerator and a denominator. That is an example of a mixed fraction. And this is the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up. Please share the videos to all students, teachers, parents. Let's spread this video far and wide. Thank you very much for your support, and see you next time in our next lesson. My name is Teacher Yima. Bye-bye.